So it's not a secret that Miraculous Ladybug doesn't necessarily do a lot of big changes to the show. Sure, they've been picking it up this season, and no doubt the future seasons will keep up this momentum, but for most of the series, we've been keeping up to the same formula. Slow moving plot, and changes that rarely change the status quo. Now when I say big changes, I mean changes that completely change the character's everyday life. How many times can I say changes in this video? For example, Gabriel being arrested leaving Adrian alone, or maybe temporarily forced to having to live with, I don't know, Nino or someone like that. Or a character like Chloe leaving and never coming back. Now like I said, this season's been picking up unlike last season's. So there are some exceptions, like Alia and Luca finding out about Marinette and Adrian's secret, or Natalie having to be in bed rest. I bring all this up because we got a huge announcement back in the New York special that really hasn't been talked about a lot, both in the fandom and also in the show. And that's Mrs. Bustier's baby.
On the other hand, regret to inform you that I can't come with you after all.
Oh no, but why?
I just have a few medical exams I couldn't postpone because I will soon be having a baby.
It was revealed that Mrs. Bustier was pregnant. Now Thomas, at least in my opinion, isn't the type to just give random info about a character just for the sake of it. Things like age and home life doesn't seem to be really important for him, unless it's important for the story. So I can't just accept that he just made Mrs. Bustier pregnant for world building. I mean, we don't even know who the father is. We don't even know who she's married to. So why do it? Also, there's the fact that her actually giving birth does bring up some problems for the show, because a baby takes around like 40 weeks to, fester. So the question of where all that time went would come up. How many months have passed? Why are the kids still the same age? How can all this time pass and still it's only been a year since Marinette and Adrian have gotten their Miraculous? When will these kids finally graduate from this year and move on to the next school year? So I feel like that's a lot for this show. I honestly doubt that Mrs. Bustier will actually be giving birth to this kid, at least on screen. Well, while I don't think Mrs. Bustier's baby will be that important in present time, I feel like they're going to play an important part in Marinette's future. Time travel. It's a thing in the Miraculous world. We've seen it with akumatized victims going back in time, and we've seen it with Alex, or Bunnix. So the idea of time travel is far from strange. And it's confirmed that we haven't seen the last of Bunnix either. So time travel is a definite possibility. So why do I think Mrs. Bustier's kids will travel from the future to the past? Like I said, Thomas doesn't just do things unless it's in the service of the episode or the overall Miraculous plot. And there really wasn't a reason for Mrs. Bustier to be pregnant during the New York special. If he didn't want her to join the group, he could have just said that she was sick, or she had to stay behind and tutor some kids or something like that. Plus, her pregnancy hasn't played a role yet in season 4 at the time of this recording. So I'm placing all of my bets on her kid coming from the future to help out in some way. Age has never really been a solid thing in this show. Like I said, Thomas doesn't really care about that, but it's important to think how old this kid will be when he comes to the present, if he comes to the present. Because, you don't want a toddler to show up in a costume saying, "I'm ready to fight." It's kind of weird. Because age is kind of weird, we're gonna have to guess. Future Alex is definitely over 18 since she's considered an adult by the Miraculous. I'd say future Alex is in her 20s, honestly. Maybe 28? If it's close to that, then that would mean that 14 years have passed, which sounds about right, since that would mean that Nino's brother Chris would be around 22 years old, and yeah, he looks it. Also, it's time travel. Alex can come from whenever in the future, it doesn't really matter. But let's stick to 14. That would mean that Mrs. Bustier's baby would be 14 years old, around a year older than Marinette and Adrian were when they got their Miraculous. So seeing baby, yeah, I'm gonna call it baby because I don't know what the name is yet, fighting crime alongside them wouldn't be that strange. I honestly doubt, if they do come from the future, that they would come with a Miraculous from Ladybug's box, since all of those Miraculous would have already have a holder by then, their holders being Marinette's classmates. I guess they could borrow a Miraculous from someone else. We've seen Marinette and Adrian using other Miraculouses, but that would definitely get us to ask some questions. What happened to their original owners? Did they move away? I doubt that they died. I feel like if this kid does show up, they're gonna have another Miraculous or a completely different magical jewel that would help them fight crime. We way past knew that there are other Miraculous out there, and we know there are other magical items out there thanks to Shanghai. So maybe they'll show up with an item that we haven't seen before, an item that will help them transform. Now, at the time of this recording, there hasn't been a reveal about Mrs. Bustier's family that actually warrants seeing her future kid. It's not like they have some kind of power that's been passed down from generation to generation, and it doesn't seem like her family is holding any secrets like Adrian's family. Maybe Thomas just wants to show off the next generation of superheroes? Whatever it is, I just have a really strong feeling that there's a reason, a narrative reason, why Mrs. Bustier is pregnant. But tell me what you think about this theory. Do you think that we could possibly see Mrs. Bustier's kid all grown up, or slightly grown up at least? Or do you think that Thomas just wanted to do some world building and decided to give her a kid, just cuz? Tell me all that stuff down in the comment section down below. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys end up enjoying this video, then you can like the video, comment, subscribe. All those things really help me out and help with the YouTube algorithm. And subscribing lets you guys know when I upload next. Miraculous Ladybug is far from over, and I have plenty of videos planned for this series. So if you guys want to see all those videos, you guys want to know when I upload next, just subscribe. Alright, not going to waste any more time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, bye.